Here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. So glad you stopped by. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome. Grab a seat and stay a while. But hey, do me a couple favors first. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Then go next door, ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment. And if you're of the 770 regulars here, well, welcome back for another round. As you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment. Because we know YouTube does love those comments. And of course, as always, share this video out on all social media. My socials, Instagram, and X, as always, down below in the description, along with a link to that wonderful Joker voice merch store. Cool stuff, just saying. All right, we got contracts being signed, one for War Games at Survivor Series, and one to officially be part of the WWE. Speaking of the WWE, we find out how much they're getting paid to host WrestleMania. An awful wrestling show makes an even worse decision, and an update in the seemingly never-ending quest to catch them all by the belt collector Mercedes Mone. These are just a few stories to discuss in and around the world of professional wrestling. So let's get started. We've only got 10 minutes. Let's jump right into it.
And here we go.
Now, our first story here should really come as no surprise whatsoever. It's in regards to the partnership between the WWE and Total Nonstop Action, TNA. Now, aside from raising the profile for TNA to get a new media rights deal, it's really been for the WWE to get a direct line to TNA talent once their contract has expired. We've already seen this once already with former Knockouts champion Grace. Well, according to Fightful Select, this is coming a bit early, and it's happening to a former TNA World Champion. Say his name, folks. He's been appearing on NXT, and that is because Joe Hendry is now an official WWE superstar.
We'll color me shocked.
Now, for our next story, I, like others, have given Wrestling Observer newsletter editor and founder Dave Meltzer a bit of a hard time, but not without good reason. Now, admittedly, he has gotten quite a bit right when it's been about the tournament for John Cena's final opponent, but it was only a matter of time before he got something majorly wrong again. Now, David said on his radio show that the storyline suspension of Drew McIntyre on SmackDown was due to Drew having to begin filming the new Highlander film reboot starring Henry Cavill, only for Drew to show up a few days later on SmackDown to sign a contract for hire with Paul Heyman for the Survivor Series War Games match. Now, this prompted a response on X calling out Meltzer from Nick Lopiccolo. Now, who is that, you may ask? Well, he is someone with quite intimate knowledge on this topic, as he works for the Paradigm Talent Agency, which is owned by Endeavor, which also owns TKO, which owns the WWE. And he just so happens to be Drew McIntyre's agent.
Oops.
So in that last story, some aspects I talked about directly affect the upcoming Survivor Series and the men's War Games match. Survivor Series being one of the longest running premium live events from the WWE. The most famous of these, of course, is the Showcase of the Immortals, WrestleMania, which is coming right back here to Las Vegas and Allegiant Stadium in 2026. But what is Las Vegas paying the WWE to host not just 2 nights of WrestleMania, the SmackDown before WrestleMania, the Raw after WrestleMania, and then that same weekend, NXT Stand and Deliver? Well, according to some reports, the site fee that the city is paying the WWE just to show up is somewhere around at least $6 million.
That's a lot of money.
Far be it from me to offer a $1 billion company some advice on how to spend that $6 million. But if they did come to me, I might suggest one, fire Road Dogg and the entire writing creative team for Friday Night SmackDown because they are awful, and pay some competent writers. Two, I would start spending main roster contract money on NXT call ups to expand the roster, especially on the women's division for Friday Night SmackDown. Because, according to WrestleVotes, SmackDown, as of January 2nd, 2026, goes back to a 3 hour show.
But why?
And finally, history was made over the weekend once again in conjunction with the big event that's the New York based autograph signing convention. The New York indie promotion House of Glory hosted a major event called Super Clash. Now, the talent on the card boasted such names as Nick Nemeth, Killer Cross, Killer Cross's wife Scarlett teaming up with Shotzi Blackheart, along with former NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler. Now, the main event was for the APAC Wrestling Women's Championship. Champion Nor Phoenix Diana versus Mercedes Mone. The result, which came as a surprise to absolutely no one, saw Mercedes Mone get the pinfall victory and is now the new APAC Women's Champion. This now brings her collection of title belts to 13.
Seriously, no one cares.
But these are just some of the stories in and around the world of professional wrestling. I want you to be sure to tune in 6 p.m. Pacific, this channel, because me and the guys will be talking about some of this and a whole lot more. Of course, I'm talking about Wednesday night is overbooked. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate it. And I will see you folks all very soon. Hope you had a great weekend. Have a wonderful week ahead of you. Always have fun. Keep talking. Keep smiling. Until next time.